I was saying before that in this 12-hectare vineyard, 42,000 odd vines, we do things a little bit differently. We've got 6 clones here on 2 different rootstocks, which are matched to the soil type. Everything's phylloxera resistant, so none of it's on its own roots. 6 clones in here, and we planted pretty much by block, by clone. And what we discovered in the earlier years was that if we fermented by block and by clone, it gave us the It gave us the opportunity come blending time. So we harvest end of April, start of May. We tend to do a barrel classification and then a blend about the end of January of the following year, and then assemble the wines in sort of March. Anyway, by fermenting by clone and by block, it gave us a lot more flexibility come blending time, to be very precise in terms of our construction. And precision and detail are the 2 things that we're really striving for here with Akitu and from this vineyard. We make 3 wines, all from Pinot Noir. We make an A1, which is the black label, which was our first wine. And the A1 is a story all about complexity and detail. It's the best wine we can possibly make from the vintage. And it's designed to be complex, intriguing, and very fine and elegant. We produce relatively small volumes of it, and usually about 60 or 70% of it comes from one clone from one block, which is that F block Abel I was talking about before. F block, the last block to ripen, so it's also our riskiest endeavour. But that's kind of the story, isn't it? Pinot just adores adverse conditions. It seems to produce the most intriguing and interesting fruit from the most challenging environments, and this is pretty challenging where we are here. Our white label or A2 is a bit more of our gift to you. It's designed in a very approachable, very generous style, paying attention a little bit more to the Centro Otago fruit story, which is obviously a fantastic fruit story. Well before anybody planted grapes around here, it was a fantastic horticulture area. We produce some of the best stone fruit in the world, still do. Peaches, plums, nectarines, cherries, magnificent fruit. And part of that is the thinness of the atmosphere down here and the very bright sunshine, so we get fabulous ripening conditions. A2, much more of a story about fruit rather than structure. Dramatically less oak. We only use about 8-10% new oak on the A2, whereas we use about double that, about 20% new oak on the A1. And much more of an immediately accessible and approachable wine. Now, we started a couple of years ago making this fruit's ready. That's fantastic. Great acid too, which is something we really like. We like great fruit. We like a strong acid line. It allows us to make the wines that we want to make. A couple of years ago, we had a little experiment, and we picked a few tons of fruit from a little bit early, and we made effectively a Blanc de Noir. It's like bubble base without the bubbles, and released it as a Pinot Noir Blanc, which is an old name for that style of wine, and it's been fantastically successful. It's been very, very interesting. So essentially we pick it a couple of weeks before we pick our main crop, take it straight to the winery, press it very gently. The moment we get any colour coming through on the press, off it goes, dump it in stainless steel and make it essentially as a white wine. If you haven't tried our Pinot Noir Blanc. It's a very interesting drop. We'll catch you later. Bye.